Imagine cruising down the highway, off-key singing, coffee in hand. Then bam, your car slams the brakes and screams at you. Your ride isn't just transportation, it's your overprotective bestie. Today's cars are loaded with smart tech that watches your every move, nags you to stay alert, and even reminds you if you forgot your kid in the back. Buckle up, we're diving into the must-know safety features of the future. Automated emergency braking and forward collision warning. If your car could talk, automated emergency braking and automated emergency braking systems would be the ones shouting, "Look out," while pulling you out of harm's way. These systems use cameras, radar, or LiDAR to monitor the road ahead. If a potential collision is detected, automated emergency braking gives you a warning, and if you don't react in time, automated emergency braking automatically hits the brakes faster than you can say fender bender. Studies have shown that pairing these two features together can reduce rear-end collisions by nearly 49% and serious injuries by 42%. That's not just impressive, it's life-saving. While Europe made automated emergency braking mandatory on all new vehicles in May 2024, the US has plans to follow suit with federal mandates kicking in by 2029. Until then, most major automakers already include it in new models, so it's smart to make sure your next car isn't missing this digital guardian angel. Blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic alerts. Changing lanes shouldn't feel like a leap of faith. Blind spot monitoring uses sensors to detect vehicles hiding just out of your line of sight and alerts you before you drift into danger. Rear cross traffic alert does the same thing, except it watches for oncoming cars, pedestrians, or shopping carts when you're backing out of a tight parking spot. Studies suggest that these features can reduce lane change crashes by about 14%. That may sound small, but when you consider how common those incidents are, especially in city driving, this is the kind of tech that quietly saves lives and bumpers every single day. In 2025, most mainstream vehicles now offer these features, often bundled together with safety suites, making them widely accessible beyond just luxury brands. Advanced driver assistance systems. Advanced driver assistance systems are the evolving brains of modern vehicles. In 2025, these systems aren't just helping drivers, they're practically co-pilots. Features like adaptive cruise control, lane centering, traffic jam assist, and even intersection navigation are becoming more refined and more widely available. Cars can now maintain a set speed and distance from other vehicles, keep themselves centered in their lane, and even help navigate complex traffic patterns, all while keeping you in control. These features are particularly helpful on long commutes and highway trips, reducing both stress and fatigue. And while we're not quite at full autonomy yet, despite what your cousin claims about his Tesla, we are getting ever closer to the dream of hands-off, eyes-on driving. Driver monitoring systems. Welcome to the era of the car that watches you while you watch the road or your phone. Driver monitoring systems use in-cabin cameras, eye tracking, and steering behavior to detect if you're distracted, drowsy, or just plain checked out. If it sees you're not paying attention, it'll send alerts, and in some models even stop the vehicle if you don't respond. In 2025, models like the Volvo EX30 and EX90 are leading the charge with systems so smart they can track your eyelid movements and head position. Smart Eye, a major supplier of this tech, provides these systems to multiple global brands, and in the European Union, these features are now required for 5-star safety ratings and will become standard in all new models by 2026. Basically, if you start dozing off, your car will yell at you like a caffeinated parent, and that's exactly what you want. V2X communication. V2X technology sounds futuristic, but it's very much a 2025 reality. This tech enables your car to communicate with other cars V to V, traffic signals V to I, pedestrians V to P, and networks V to N to predict and prevent accidents. Imagine your car getting a signal from a traffic light about to turn red, or warning you that a pedestrian is about to cross from behind a truck. That's V2X in action. Studies suggest that V2X could reduce traffic crashes by as much as 13%, potentially preventing over 439,000 accidents annually in the US alone. Though still in early deployment, it's the foundational tech behind the future of fully connected, automated transportation. Think of it like gossip for cars, only useful, accurate, and potentially life-saving. Rear seat reminder systems. We all like to think we'd never forget something or someone in the back seat, but tragically every year children and pets die from being accidentally left behind. That's why rear seat reminder systems have become a crucial feature in 2025. These systems prompt you to check the back seat when you turn off the engine if the rear doors were opened earlier in the drive. It's a simple solution to a heart-wrenching problem. Starting with the 2025 model year, rear seat reminders are now standard in most US vehicles, and they're spreading globally. It's one of the smallest, most unassuming features, but also one of the most emotionally powerful. Physical buttons make a comeback. Touchscreens are great until you're trying to adjust the climate control on a bumpy road while hurtling down the highway. That's why in a plot twist no one saw coming, physical buttons are making a comeback. Euro New Car Assessment Program, one of the world's most respected car safety authorities, now rewards vehicles that use tactile controls for essential functions. Why? Because pressing a real button is faster and safer than fiddling with a screen, which studies have shown can be more distracting than texting or even being under the influence. Automakers are taking note, and in 2025, more vehicles are ditching touchscreen overload in favor of a balanced approach that includes knobs and switches where they matter most, like adjusting the radio or defrosting your windshield during an ice storm. Child safety and car seat compatibility. Not all cars are created equal when it comes to child safety. In 2025, more automakers are designing vehicles with car seat compatibility in mind. Because wrestling with lower anchors and tethers for children, anchors shouldn't qualify as a CrossFit workout. New models are being tested and rated for how well they accommodate a variety of child car seats. This includes ease of installation, seat angles, and space in the rear row. The right fit can reduce injury risk in a crash by over 80%, which is why consumer guides now highlight top-rated vehicles for parents and caregivers. If you've got young passengers, this isn't just a convenience, it's a necessity. Automation reality check. Despite all this amazing tech, it's important to remember that cars aren't fully autonomous just yet. In fact, recent legal and behavioral developments are reminding us of that reality. In a landmark 2025 court ruling, Tesla was found partially liable for a fatal crash involving autopilot, making it clear that even with advanced features, the driver is still responsible. Meanwhile, a study analyzing nearly 200,000 vehicles found that certain driver assistance features may lead to more aggressive braking or risky behavior, particularly when drivers overtrust the tech. Features that issued frequent urgent warnings actually saw a small uptick in harsh braking. However, overall, both urgent and non-urgent systems reduced accidents significantly, 15% and 19% respectively. The lesson: use the tech, trust the tech, but don't turn into a passenger. AI, predictive maintenance, and over-the-air updates. The future of vehicle safety isn't just in avoiding accidents, it's also about preventing breakdowns before they happen. In 2025, many cars use artificial intelligence to monitor engine health and vehicle components in real time. Predictive maintenance systems like GM's OnStar generate health reports and notify you when it's time for service. Think of it as your car texting you, "I need a checkup, please." Meanwhile, over-the-air updates, once reserved for smartphones, are now keeping your vehicle's software and safety systems up to date without visiting a dealership. Brands like Volvo, Tesla, and Ford are leading this charge, ensuring your ride stays sharp long after you drive off the lot. And there you have it. If you learned something new, go ahead and smash that like, and don't forget to subscribe. Drop a comment below and tell us, what's your favorite safety feature? Or which one freaks you out just a little too much? Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay smart, see you in the next video.